The countdown to puck drop is on. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals approaching fast.
We couldn't be more thrilled to have the Stanley Cup back in Colorado.
With just 2 days to go, we're taking a look at the preparations underway as the Avs get ready to battle for hockey supremacy.
Pretty palpable, the excitement that's going on, and it hasn't even started yet.
The Stanley Cup will give Colorado a chance to show itself off to the world.
We want to inspire people to come to Colorado.
And tonight we're taking you 360 on what's being done to boost tourism in our state.
Never back down.
I spend more time in the gym than I do in my own home.
A Colorado gymnast not letting injuries derail her dreams of a championship.
It's what I've dedicated a minute every hour of every day to.
Well, the countdown is on. We are now 44 hours away from puck drop for Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final at Ball Arena.
A sure sign the series is getting closer. Today, the Tampa Bay Lightning got into town. And our Denver 7 crew was at their hotel as they checked in this afternoon. So for a week now, the excitement all over Colorado has been palpable. And fans are ready to see the Cup come home.
Denver 7 CB Cotton live in downtown Denver with a look at the preparations with Game 1 CB now less than 2 days away.
And Shannon, that's right. And actually the city has remained pretty tight-lipped on how they're going to handle the large crowds expected to come here to downtown Denver. Of course, we're always pushing for more information and hope to share that with you soon. In the meantime, sports industry leaders are weighing in tonight on the kind of impact a sports championship has on a city. And I can tell you it's huge. Denver sports taking the world spotlight.
It's really hard to overstate the significance of hosting a major championship series like this.
And whether Avs fans watch the Stanley Cup Finals on the TV or in person at Ball Arena, the Denver Sports Commission says one thing will be very clear.
I think people are going to understand that we're a major sports destination. You know, I think you can feel it with our fans and people going to the game. It's pretty palpable. The excitement that's going on, and it hasn't even started yet.
All the prep to get Game 1's broadcast into gear was well underway on Monday. ESPN crews arriving in the early morning to set up at least 2 stages.
We do know that beyond ticket sales, sports are a huge economic driver for our city and a major part of Denver's brand as a top sports destination. So, you know, they help fill restaurants, bars, hotel rooms. They bring a large number of people to our downtown corridor.
Energy is off the charts. It's all coming from the team to the fans, and we're all feeding off that energy.
Declan Bolger of Kroenke Sports and Entertainment says energy is what's fueling the around-the-clock work at Ball Arena. Work that will create fan installations outside the arena's doors and prepare for a variety of TV crews.
It is an amazing setup, and you realize that this game is going to go across the world over 185 countries. So you can imagine the number of cameras, microphones, special effects mics that we have in place.
He says there's also fun in store if you want to watch from home.
Where fans can go to coloradoavalanche.com and make a donation to Kroenke Sports Charities of $10, and we will mail you a set of pom-poms.
Now, if you're interested in getting those sets of pom-poms, we've got all those details linked right now on thedenverchannel.com. As far as transportation goes this week, you can imagine there's going to be more traffic, more congestion, so you may want to use public transit. RTD telling me today they're currently assessing and monitoring the situation, and if they need to make accommodations, those announcements will be forthcoming this week, and of course we'll update you, our viewers, on air and online. For now, reporting live from Ball Arena tonight, I'm CB Cotton, Denver 7.
All right, going to be fun. Thank you, CB. So the city so far has approved one venue for a Stanley Cup watch party. We were at Tivoli Quad at the Auraria campus this afternoon as crews were setting up tents and other things for the festivities. And Tivoli was the first watch party approved by the city of Denver under its temporary permitting process. And fans we talked to today say they are ready for Game 1 fun.
Every time I go to a game or a watch party, something crazy happens. So it's awesome.
So excited. I was in tears when they won, and I just cannot wait to see this happen.
Chopper Circle at Ball Arena and McGregor Square near Coors Field also have applied to host these watch parties. Now, the Avs are aiming to bring the Stanley Cup home for the 3rd time now in franchise history.
And our sports director, Lionel Bienvenu, is joining us now with a quick trip back in time to one of the Avs' greatest moments ever. Lionel?
Gosh. Lifting the cup, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Ah, yes. All right, the Lightning arrived at their hotel late this afternoon, as we saw, so the stage is set, a battle of titans The Lightning are two-time defending Cup champs. The Avs try to win their third Cup in team history. And here are some of those memories of past championships. 26 years ago, Joe Sakic lifting the Cup in the Avs' first season in Denver. What a start for this franchise. Then in 01, Joe and the Avs did it again. This time, Joe handed it off to Ray Bourque. This right here, one of the most iconic moments in Stanley Cup history. Now, Mikko Rantanen told us today, having Joe build this team into a Cup contender and having him around the building, that's awesome.
He's one of the best players ever, and he's won it twice. And so you can learn from him, and for sure he's supporting us, all the way.
All right, that's a quick preview. Coming up in sports, we'll talk about another long layoff for the Avalanche, more than a week between games. And
all right, Lana, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you very much. Denver 70 is your home for the Stanley Cup Final. And from before puck drop to after final buzzer, you can count on the Denver 7 team to be your go-to source for Avalanche coverage. And join our pregame show that starts at 5:30 Wednesday, our postgame show immediately following the game.
The Stanley Cup Final is a golden opportunity to show people from all over the world what Colorado has to offer.
And it comes at the perfect time as the state's tourism industry rebounds from the toll of the pandemic.
Tonight, Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is giving us a 360 view of the efforts to bring visitors back to colorful Colorado.
Few states have a reputation quite like colorful Colorado.
Get your camera ready. Colorado is on the bucket list of so many Americans.
This is one of the most dynamic and vibrant states.
No matter if it's business travel or meetings or leisure.
We come up here to see a show at Red Rocks.
We want to inspire people to come to Colorado because we can recommend them to particular attractions, excursions, or experiences that they might not have thought about.
The State Tourism Office captures Colorado's beauty perfectly in a new campaign called Shine a Little Brighter.
Colorado. Come to life.
Tim Wolf is the director of the Colorado Tourism Office, or CTO, and says while tourism is a lifeblood, travel revenues took a huge hit during COVID, down from $24 billion in 2019 in Colorado to $15 billion in 2020.
Tourism was this, and then it got to this.
But it is bouncing back.
All the signs are pointing in the right direction right now.
We're going 360, starting with Patrick Pahlke, Chief Marketing and Commercial Officer for Sage Hospitality.
What we've really focused on during the last 2 years is to amp up the experiential part at our properties.
Come take a look.
Sage's Raleigh Hotel directly across from Coors Field is a prime example of that, pairing America's pastime with overnight stay in Lodo.
Game days around here, there's just this buzz of energy. It's just like electric. Everything kind of Colorado rolled into one.
It certainly worked on Jason and Julie Gilmore from Tulsa.
She talked me into buying the purple shirt.
They came for a concert and are now catching a ball game, too.
So we just literally came downstairs and bought some t-shirts.
Pahlke says the leisure traveler is back, but business is still down. Some experts say 30%, which is why the state is ramping up tourism spending.
It is so encouraging to see that, both entities, the state of Colorado and the city of Denver, are prioritizing tourism spending again.
The state plans to sink an additional $9 million into tourism this year and next.
We were cooped up without our social interactions, and so now we want to go be social and be engaged. Revenge travel is huge right now.
We caught up with Christian Hardigree at Metropolitan State University of Denver's spring graduation. The dean of the School of Hospitality says Colorado needs to strike while the iron's hot and capitalize on pent-up demand.
I think we have to think about the folks who don't know about Colorado. We're trying to bring in new people. We're not trying to sell to people already sold.
She's 100% right.
Colorado is greatly outspent on tourism marketing by other states, including California, Arizona, Michigan, and Florida, to name a few.
The budgets and the campaigns from these other states are becoming extremely aggressive.
California, for example, spends about $195 million on tourism campaigns compared to Colorado's $20 million annually, about 10 times more.
Arizona's 3 times more, Wyoming is more.
So the more they invest in, the more we need to, or they're going to take our travelers away from us.
Moffat County says spend it.
There isn't a country in the world that doesn't invest in trying to get people to come and visit them. Why? Because people leave money behind when they come and play.
Tom Kleinschnitz heads up tourism in Moffat County, home of Dinosaur National Monument.
Who doesn't like dinosaurs? The topography in that spot will just take your breath away. And the Yampa River goes right through the middle of our county. It's the most beautiful river in the state of Colorado, in my view. It is certainly the most natural.
But there's also pushback amongst some who say Colorado doesn't need any more tourists than it already attracts.
The community of Steamboat has actually given direction to our chamber to cut back on marketing for tourism.
Linda Cullen is the owner of Chez Nous, a women's store in Steamboat. She, for one, enjoys the crowds, but also believes there must be a balance. Many residents say it's simply hard to get around during peak travel periods.
It creates infrastructure problems just for the locals. We always joke about they come in and want to lock the gate at the bottom of the pass.
It's a great point, and we certainly have a lot of visitors.
Wolf agrees with Cullen. His team even created Do Colorado Right, a new campaign to encourage responsible travel, like being kind to waitstaff as the restaurant industry battles unprecedented staffing shortages.
That's how you do Colorado right.
Wolf says international travel to Colorado is also still down about 50% as of the first quarter of 2022.
And those are really high value and high paying guests that come and spend in retail and restaurants, and they also stay longer, and they stay on those shoulders, those Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, which are needed times for the mountains and the ski industry.
Time will tell if it's all money well spent. Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
Down, but never out.
We say for every day you're out, it takes double the amount of time for you to get back in.
A Colorado athlete battles through injury in her quest for a championship.
Super heated again today, 90s and 100s, but a cold front is coming tonight. How much cooler it'll be tomorrow.
Plus, wild scenes from Yellowstone National Park. All entrances closed as flooding wipes out roads and even parts of homes.